Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jael, for those of you that may not know, and today's video is going to be a Viper Green look. Starting off, we're just priming our lids. I'm using a technique that I picked up from Makeup by Tiffany J, where you essentially prime the perimeter with concealer and the actual base of your lid with an eyeshadow primer. In this case, it is a P. Louise base in the shade Rumor Number 2. Then I'm going to go into my Makeup Revolution X Tammy Tropical Twilight palette, and I'm taking the deepest green shade Nightwalk, and I'm just going to begin to blend that out into the crease. Right now I'm really just building the shape of the eye look that I want, and I'm going to begin carving out a wing, and then I'm going to go back in and build up the color so that I can get the deepest amount of green as possible. Following that, I pick up the shade Mojito, which is a lighter green shade, and I began to blend out the shade Nightwalk. And then I'm just reinforcing the shadows because I don't want to lose the pigmentation of either of them, but I also want to make sure that they are very gentle and not harsh, and that they're very blended. To further blend out that gradient, I'm taking a mustard yellow shade. In this case, it's the shade Dusk, and I'm going to just blend out that lightest green shade even more, and again, make sure that I have a nice gradient going on. I'm going to be going in with some pigments today, so I want to make sure that I'm using a good base. So I'm going to be picking up the Revlon Eye Art and the shade Desert Dazzle, and I'm just going to begin carving out a general shape that I would like to place my pigments down on. And then for pigments, I'm going to be picking up the shade Venetian Gold from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics. This is an absolutely stunning pigment, and I'm just going to be placing that on the majority of the lid, leaving the very most inner corner free for some shadows from the eyeshadow palette. Going in with the shade Promises, I am just going to begin to place that on my inner corner area, and then I'm going to top that off with the shade Candlelight from the palette. I'm sorry, actually the shade Sunrays, with the shade Sunrays from the palette, and I am going to just blend that all together. Then picking up the Smashbox eyeliner, I believe this is the Always On eyeliner, I am going to just begin to create a little line at the base of my lashes and then smoke it out with that same deep green shade Nightwalk, and make sure that that is nice and blended into my outer corner, and just reinforce everything and blend it out. Now comes the face, which is the easiest part of this look. So for the face, I am priming my face with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and then I went in with my Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. And I decided I wanted to add a little bit more dazzle onto my lids. So on the outer corner, right where that shimmer meets the matte, I decided to go ahead and plop down the shade Firefly from the palette, which is just a pressed glitter, and I just tap that in, going back and forth between my finger and a brush. For foundation, I'm going in with the Oma Beauty Say What foundation in the shade Honey Honey T3. I really like this foundation. I absolutely adore this brand, so I am always happy to show some Oma Beauty products on my channel. For concealer, I'm going to be using my CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the shade Golden Amber. I forgot the name for a minute. And I'm just going to be going back and forth between blending that out with a brush and then following up with a sponge. And I've been loving to do this lately because I feel like I just get more coverage, and also it just looks a lot more flawless and seamless, and I'm using far less product by doing this as well. To give myself just a little bit more brightness in the inner corner, I'm also going to be adding the teensiest bit of my Toothpaste Concealer. This one is, I believe it's called the Contouring Concealer. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's that bigger concealer bottle that everybody knows. I'm going in with that concealer. I'll have the shade listed down below, and I'm just blending that out into the rest of my under eye, and just adding, like I said, just a teensiest extra hint of brightness there because I just really enjoy it, especially with a green eye. And then to give myself some light contour, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place foundation stick. This one is in the shade Jacmel, which I've been really loving to do some light contouring with lately. And I'm just going to begin kind of giving some shadow and shade and dimension to my face and bringing it back to life. And once I finish with all my cream products, I'm going in with my Becca Set and Refresh Hydra Mist powder, and I'm just making sure that I set everything in place, and then I'm doing some very light, like 30-second baking with my Danessa Myricks Evolution powder. Following that, I'm picking up Tammy's other collaboration with Makeup Revolution, which is the Paradise Glow Face Palette. I am taking all of the shades except for the contour shade, and that's what I'm using to really build up the warmth on my face. So I'm going in with the bronzer, with the blush, and then eventually I'll be going in with that same highlight. For lashes today, I'm going in with the Intoxicating Lashes from Flutter Lashes, and then I'm just going back in with that same eyeliner from Smashbox that I used on my lid to just finish the look up in my waterline, and then following in with the same matte shades in the same exact order that we used above, down, below. In my inner corner, I'm going to be mixing the shades Glow and Sunrays, and I'm going to be just popping those into the inner corner and bringing a little bit more brightness there. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara just to bring a little bit more definition to my under eyelashes, or my lower lashes. And I like to always go in with a little bit of powder. In this case, it's a Pat McGrath powder. It's a pressed powder and very finely milled and soft, just to make sure that I clean up anything that may have fallen down when I do my lower lash line, because sometimes I can be a little heavy-handed and that can happen. For my lips, I'm picking up the Glory Lip Liner from Makeup Revolution, and I am just, lining my lips. After I've lined my lips, I'm going to take a lip brush and just make sure that I blend out that line so it's not too harsh. And then I am picking up a Becca Cosmetics lipstick. This one is in the shade, I believe it's called Neutral Warm. It's such a beautiful, beautiful lipstick. I absolutely love it. And then I will be topping it off with one of the Makeup Revolution sheer lipsticks. This one is in the shade Muse. To set my face, I'm going in with the Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace Setting Spray. I have absolutely been loving this and using it basically every time I do my makeup. And once I finish drying that down, that will be the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know what else you want to see. Make sure to share this video and also subscribe. I will see you all in my next one. Bye, my loves.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last